Alrighty, folks, hello and welcome. I am Spiritual Obligation, and this is Planet Zoo, which I've been looking at for a bit. I'm just now picking up, but looks fun. I don't know who you are. Who are you? Hi, random person. Or is that the career thing? But we're going to go through the career. So, as I move things around, because, you know, preparation is for suckers. I thought I had everything ready. Alrighty. I am really digging the music, though. Alrighty, so let's load the career. At the Goodwin House. I am absolutely digging the hell out of this music right now. Alright, the Goodwin House. Renovated and renamed after its purchase by Bernard Goodwin in the 1980s. Goodwin House has since become one of the most respected zoos in the country. Recently has undergone a further renovation to update many of its habitats and facilities due to various issues, the work hasn't quite been completed. This is where we come in. I am really enjoying this music. Like, I absolutely love the music here. Also, I apologize if there's ambient noise. I do have the windows open. It's a beautiful day. Not too warm, not too cold. Sun's out. I am starting like an hour after I normally do for the stream. Hello, hey, bad enough. Yeah, no, I am starting about an hour later than usual, but it's just such a nice day. I had to be out and about. A little bit of chug there. That's not a good sign.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's
have a
not
habit
good
of
at all.
Slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to
The
finally meet
what?
you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie.
The
only
what
person who
language?
calls me Bernard is my wife.
Oh wow,
Even
this
then,
is like
only when I've tracked
a
elephant
lot more
dung into the
CPU
carpets.
than like anything we've played here.
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But
Very
we're
funny.
in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
Okay.
Don't worry, though. I'm not completely
odd.
throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like
Yeah,
a
no,
house
this is
on
a lot
fire,
more chugging than
even
I
better,
expected with it.
one that isn't on
Yeah,
fire.
it's doing alright,
Less
but
shouting that way.
alright. Let's get out of the cutscene so I can actually try moving around. I might have
Hello
to.
there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new
Alright.
hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to
Alright.
ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on.
Alright,
But before we
was-
begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start
There's
by
that.
popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Hey, hold on. Alright, that's a weird one. But, hey. Also,
Did you know
grizzly
that grizzly bears,
bays.
also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? But then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Quality content here.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
I'm guessing your health isn't that well. Can I just call a vet?
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal.
Oh,
The
animals!
most
Aren't they
important
great?
thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this
Use better
magnificent
terrain and
animal.
plan.
Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel? See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of
Sure.
an animal by simply double-clicking on it.
Hey, let's see
Okay,
if
when
this
you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
I do like this zoo. I'd love to put like flamingos, like raise this up and put flamingos in there if I had control.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as
Hi.
many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare.
Yeah,
As
well,
Bernie would
partially
say,
due to, you
those
know.
lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on,
Alright.
let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Alrighty. Oh, okay, I like this zoo. I do think the biggest thing I'm really hoping for in this game is the wander around mode like Mega Aquarium has.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well,
Nah.
two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd...
Okay, settings, interface. Come on, controls, there we go. Mouse controls, okay. Hey, rebind. No, I just want it Q and E. Stop that. Hey, that one's okay. That one's okay. Alright, so actually, hold on. Settings, controls, tilt, rotate. Hey.
like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to
Alright.
open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Alright, pause. Oh, that's gonna have to be changed immediately. No. Settings. Controls, it's not mouse. General shortcuts. Pause. Oh. Hey, resume. Hey. Settings. Yep, the setup episode. Everybody's favorite. Okay. Apply. Okay. Resume. Okay. Okay, now it's working. And animal trading.
There we are,
Warthogs.
a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo.
I mean,
Just
they're
click on them
alright.
and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Spoil sport. Alrighty.
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
You mean what I already did?
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your
Oh my-
caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Alrighty, you want me to look? Oh god. Okay. Why aren't you reading this button? Fine. Alright, where is it? Where's this thing you want?
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthogs.
Well, that
habitat
may be
finished
why
up
you
so we
need
can keep
me.
them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you
Okay.
select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Okay, so nutrition, they're
Let's
alright.
start
I'd
by
like
making sure
more.
we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Alright, we're gonna put the food trough there. And we'll put a water trough over there.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Alright, give them that one. A little nice centered.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see.
Close it.
Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Alrighty, where are the hippos? Ah. Where are the ostriches?
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Alright, so now we're going to learn about walls.
That's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a
Maybe
good
an
idea to
edit
pause the
vary?
game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration.
Oh god.
Because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate.
Well, yeah.
After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked
Okay.
up to the path so the keepers can
This
reach
is
it.
pretty. This... Okay. Oh, I would love a walk around mode. Like, that's already my biggest thing. So, habitat gate. Do I have to put it here? Why would I want to put it here? I have to put it there.
Right. Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Okay. Oh god, can I curve it? Height mode, length, Height snap. I can lower the length, that might do it. But I don't really want... I want it curvable. Curved. Thank you. Oh god. Control Z. Hey! Okay, and let's lower the length. So I am a great believer. There we go. And straight.
Good work.
Alrighty.
Remember, before you can place animals in any
That's
habitat,
okay.
it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now,
Yep.
you've probably noticed that
You
guests
can't
can't
view,
actually
yeah.
see into this habitat.
You
at
gotta
the
be able
moment.
to see.
At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned,
Aww.
I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
I mean, I'd want to do some here, some there, and some there. Okay, so... Okay, how do I do that? Edit barrier. Glass. We're gonna do a... Oh, okay, come on.
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat.
Yeah,
It's
can
always
we
best
please...
to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point.
Okay.
Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Okay. Cool, can I please...
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. Alright, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
No!
4 of them in here.
This... I would have this whole section here, glass. Move this right there, and the other one right about... Another one right here. And put this section. And then... Maybe put a half one to... Huh? Okay. I can tell I'm going to really enjoy this once I get past the, true tutorial. Alright, ostriches. Adopt. 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 I said adopt. Thank you. Adopt. And let's send all 4 of you.
While we wait for them
To
to
the
be
zoo.
collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's
Okay.
often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Okay. Can I please? No. Alright, so we want habitat. A slow feeder. I mean, I guess I can put it there. Is that really? Okay. Yay. Okay, now we get into the I need to know. Ah. Menu. Menu. Ah, controls. Object placement. Place object. Cancel placement. Rotate Z. I did that. I should probably look at the rest of that. Okay, so Z for rotation. Adjust vertical is shift. Lock Is control. Okay. Alright. So this is going to be a lot of learning. Okay, so. Okay. And we're going to put a food bowl over here.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
I thought he said 40, not 140. Alright, where are they?
Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Alright, so facilities.
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Alright. Where do you want it? Wait, seriously? Oh. Good enough. Alright.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests.
Oh,
Guests don't
this
like
whole is
seeing facility
staff.
buildings,
I
and it can
like
affect their
that.
happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Alright.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective.
Oh, okay. I was just in
Bengal
way for it.
tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Oh. Yay. Okay.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Hey.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Yeah, stop the pop-ups. Ah! Oh, I'm not happy about that little thing. Okay. Okay, so there's the hole. Where do I want him to view from? I feel a viewport here. Well, ooh, this is. Okay, that's. Yeah. There we go. Hey, we're gonna go there. Staff zone is in the back. Okay. So we'll do a door right around here. View there and here. I think. Alright, so let's do viewing. Oh, do we want to do a large view? Oh god, okay, there we go. And curved. Curve to straight. Alright. Alright, now switch to, do we want concrete? I mean, brick is more fitting with what we, how do I delete you? Oh, I can put it in Windows. Oh, that's where I... Okay, backspace? Control Z. Control Z. Alright, there we are. Okay. Curve you just enough. Alright, no. Oh god. Why are you teleporting? Better. Alright. Oh god. Alright. Oh, angle snap. Okay. And there's the length. Okay, that's a better length. Okay, and then I want a straight out to here. Lower the angle snap as low as it'll let me, and I keep trying to hit Q and E. Alright. Alright. Curve. Then I'm gonna max out the increase the length. Alright, escape. There we go. Okay, so that's a decent sized viewing area. We're gonna put, and then edit barrier. Thank you. Aha. A window glass. And we're going to put glass viewing. Okay, and I guess exit. Okay. What exactly are my objectives? I don't care about that. Hey, Habitat Gate, complete the boundary. Okay. Is it not closed somewhere? It looks like it is. Okay, so it'd be barriers gate, habitat gate. We're gonna put you right there.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The
I
way
mean-
we'll do it is by changing the height
Okay.
of the habitat's barrier.
I was
Okay,
wondering
then.
about
You
this.
should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You
Okay.
can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Okay. Seems a,
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
alright, where is that? We're gonna put it... Oh god. Come on, adjust for me. You can do it.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas.
Actually,
We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
yeah. Give me a sec, I will. Alright, so one there.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete. The habitat
One
gate's
there.
in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
Yeah, but we
I
seem to
think
be
it's time we
missing
adopted those
something.
tigers.
Don't we? Yeah. Alrighty, so tigers in the animal trading. Nope, not storage. Alrighty. Who knew animal trafficking was so expensive? Yeah, no. Alrighty, and we are going to custom seizure. That's
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
okay. So that'd be in habitat, food and water, food tray large. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over
This
here.
time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All
Alrighty.
you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water.
Alright,
You
so
should do
terrain,
that by going into terrain and selecting
water.
the water tool.
calm water.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some
Okay.
suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
I will in a second. Okay. Habitat. A frozen blood pumpkin. Hey, where do I want to put... Okay, that's tiny. I'm going to give you 3. The rubbing pad. Put 1 there.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Well,
Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
I would love to. Okay, so close this. Give me more room. Habitat.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way
terrain.
you can view the terrain information and see how they
Okay,
feel
so
about
you
the
want
different
less
types of
long
terrain.
grass, more
That'll tell you
soil,
what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
and hard shelter. Okay. So, well, that's
Okay
where I'm
then,
gonna.
open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil.
Right.
Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay, I'm gonna end the episode for YouTube there. Twitch, stick around. YouTube, I'll see you in. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.